Yeah, yeah. All right, guys, welcome back to Just Nuts. We got some structure decks leaked for speed duels. Pretty much like what, one, two, three, four, five, six, seven of them? No, six of them, I think. Yeah, I think we got six of them leaked here, which is pretty dang cool. And yeah, I'm just gonna go through it here and go through each one and just look at what's going on. Look at what this first like grouping of cards coming out is gonna look like. So right here, let's jump right into it. We've got my Valentine starting off. She's got two Birdface, one Amazoness Sage, one Swordswoman, one Sonic Shooter, one Harpy Lady 1, 2, and 3, respectively. A Harpy Lady Sister, a Chain Master, and two Elegant Egotists, an Amazoness Heirloom, a Cyber Shield, a Triangle Ecstasy Spark, a Harpy's Hunting Ground, an Amazoness Archers, a Wild Tornado, a Windstorm of Edequa, and Shadow of Eyes. I think it's pretty standard. I actually didn't know for the long. I also could not remember for the longest time. Like I watched the original series, I did not remember that Mai used Amazoness, like an Amazoness Harpy deck, like combined. So now like that new card, the new skill card that's coming out for them makes so much more sense because it like forces you to use both of them together and it rewards you with draws by playing both of them. They don't really have any synergy. That was just, in the show them trying to like spice up Mai's deck while also keeping the female power, the equality fighting strong female character in there as well. But I think it's pretty good. I mean, I think it's pretty standard. It's kind of exactly what I expected. Harpy Lady 1, 2, and 3. We didn't get any of like the good Harpy monsters, like the good ones, like Channeler, Dancer, Queen, any of those ones. So I think this is fine. We also didn't get any of the great Amazoness cards. We didn't get Princess, Baby Tiger, Queen, or Onslaught. Which is fine. I mean, this is the beginning of the game. I don't want these decks to like break out. We do have like an Egotist, which does help. That's like one of the very like not a lot of these decks don't have a ton of ways to like special summon, but this is nice and a faster way than some of the other decks can do it. Harpy's Hunting Ground is a decent back row removal card. I actually like that a lot. Amazon's Heirloom is a decent like card for removal. Right here. And then like the one card of note here, I feel like the one like staple card is like Windstorm of Edequa. This might be the best trap in the game. If these are the only cards that are going to start off with in this first wave of like speed duel stuff, Windstorm of Edequa might be the best card in the game. So keep that in mind. Then let's move on to Joey's deck. We've got one Masaki, the legendary swordman, an alligator sword, a baby dragon, a flame manipulator, a meteor dragon, a red eyes bee dragon, a little wingard, Gearfree the Iron Knight, time wizard, and copycat for the monsters. Then we've got spells with legendary sword, stray lambs, two polys, one graceful dice, one Sogen, one dice foon, and for traps we have kunai with chain, red eye spirit, and skull dice. And then he does have three fusion monsters in Flame Swordsman, Alligator Sword Dragon, and Thousand Dragon. He's the only one with fusions, I believe, which is interesting. He's the only one with polymerization in his deck. Going through the monsters, there's not a ton here because like Red Eyes is like a 2 tribute, and it's like pretty bad. Like the only card that like helps redeem Red Eyes is Red Eye Spirit. Like if you can just get it in the graveyard, then at least you'll have a live Red Eye Spirit to just special it back. But if you can't get it there, like it's just going to be so bricky. So I don't really like it yet. Little Wingard is like meh, but Gearfried's like a decent beat stick. Gearfried and like Copycat can be like respectable, especially if you play like equip spells. Copycat is like always guaranteed to like be bigger than something, going second at least. So you can just normal Copycat, copy your opponent's biggest monster, and then give him an equip spell to make him bigger, or play a card like Kunai with Chain, Dice Foon, not Dice Foon, Graceful Dice. Yeah, so like, I think those are like the two best monsters here. Looking at the spells, I don't really like any of the spells all that much. Graceful Dice not a very good card here. Sogen, just because it's like a generic boost. I think Kunai with Chain is like the big one. Yeah, that's probably one of the better trap cards as well, paired with Windstorm of Edequa. Yeah, for sure. Then let's keep moving. We've got the Yami Yugi deck here. He's got a Feral Imp, 2 Legion the Fiend Jester, 2 Rogue Doll, 1 Stern Mystic, 1 Dark Magician Girl, 1 Double Coston, 1 Blue Dragon Summoner, and 1 Dark Magician for the monsters. Then for spells, we have Dark Magic Attack, Sage's Stone, Tribute Doll, Riryoku, Thousand Knives, and Wonder Wand. And then for the traps, we have 7 Tools the Bandit, Light Force Sword, Magician's Circle, and Magic Jammer. I just want to look up real quick. What does Light Force Sword do? I don't remember. Light Force Sword. Banish 1 room card from your opponent's hand, face down during your opponent's 4th standby phase. Return that card to their hand. Okay, so it's terrible. Never mind. I think the important cards here, I think Magician's Circle is a decent card if you're running the Magician deck. That's a pretty good card, I think. Just tutoring out Magician Girl, Dark Magician Girl straight from the deck, or Rogue Doll, or Fiend Jester. Just any of your 2,000 or lower, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. 7 Tools the Bandit is a decent just trap negate for, it is kind of hefty, 1,000. Just because I'm assuming they're playing at 4,000 life points. I believe that's correct. They also have Magic Jammer, so they got like the negates on deck. The Magicians do. As far as like the generic card though, I feel like Riryoku is the best one here. So keep an eye on Riryoku. Those are like your 3 staples to look out for: Kunai with Chain, Windstorm Vetequa, Riryoku. And I wouldn't blame you for going after 7 Tools or Magic Jammer. If you're trying to build Magicians, then Magician's Circle. But other than that, nothing here is like too crazy. None of these cards. I think Blue Dragon Summoner is decent. Blue Dragon Summoner is like the one good one here. And then Legion's like solid in the Dark Magician deck, but outside of it, doesn't have too much application. So let's keep moving. We've got Pegasus. He's got a Toon Summon Skull, 2 Toon Alligators, 2 Toon Mass Sorcerers, a Rogue Doll, a Dark Rabbit, Toon Mermaid, Relinquished, and Parrot Dragon. For the spells, we got 2 Toon World, 1 Sword of Deep-Seated, 1 Toon Rollback, 1 Toon Table of Contents, Black Illusion Ritual, and Yami. And for the traps, we have Wild Tornado, Jar of Greed, and Toon Defense. So out of all of them, I think this is weird that this is the one that has Yami and not Yugi's deck. But whatever. I'm sure they're just trying to get people to buy both just to get Yami in their Yugi deck. As far as his cards go, it's nothing crazy. I think Relinquish is pretty good just because it's so easy to tribute. As long as you have it and your Black Illusion Ritual, you're good. Pegasus has like no good staple spell and traps, like generic staple spell and traps. And I guess it's good that you can just kind of run. You can take out Toon World and fill it in because that skill card just plays Toon World to your field, or access Toon World on your field. So you can just take Toon World out of your main deck and just sub in like more trap cards and stuff, more spell and trap cards and monsters to get your defenses up. So that's pretty cool. There. Then we have the Seto Kaiba deck. Right here we have Twin-Headed Behemoth, Spirit Ryu, 2 Lord of D, 1 Kaiba Man, 1 Tyrant Dragon, 2 Battle Ox, 1 Luster Dragon, 2 Ryu Kishin Powered, and 1 Blue Eyes, of course. Then we have the Stamping Destruction, the Flute of Summoning Dragon, Mountain Cost Down, Burst Stream of Destruction, Dragon's Rebirth, and Trap Jammer. Not a ton going on here. I think Twin-Headed Behemoth is one of the best cards here because it like guarantees you're going to have your monster back on for your next turn if you are playing like some higher level monsters and they're kind of stuckish in the hand. Like Luster Dragon. Luster Dragon here, I believe, is the 2400 dragon. The normal monster. It's level 6, so it needs a tribute. Cost Down is interesting for some of these. For some of these cards, kind of speeding this up. Like Cost Down plus Luster Dragon is just, you can just normal Luster Dragon, which is pretty strong, I feel like. Other than that, Tyrant Dragon's a pretty good boss monster, but it's 2 tributes, so that's pretty rough. Kaiba Man in like a full-on Blue Eye strategy may be decent, but it's like still an iffy strategy. Takes a lot of kind of brickage, but sometimes you really get there. So yeah, Twin-Headed Behemoth and Luster Dragon, I feel like, are the big ones here. Battle Ox is still a beat stick as well. Keep that in mind. And as far as these go, Cost Down maybe, and then we do have Trap Jammer, and then we have all these dragon spells as well. Stamping Destruction is decent, and Dragon's Rebirth are both decent dragon support cards. Trap Jammer is like the only like decent like spell or trap card here other than Cost Down. So as far as the generic ones go. And then the last deck here, we'll finish up with a Shizu Ishtar. She's got Gravekeepers, which is actually pretty cool because you can use these cards in like regular Yu-Gi-Oh, but you can't use regular Yu-Gi-Oh cards in this. And we're actually getting like Recruiter, I believe is the card that needs a reprint, right? Recruiter. Yeah, so this card apparently is like $6 to $7, like all copies of it or something. They're like decent, so it's actually really nice that we're getting like a common reprint. I think it's common. I think everything's common. It looks like, at least. But yeah, sorry. So let's jump into this. 2 Priestess, 1 Recruiter, 1 Cannon Holder, a Cataville Omen, a Curse, 2 Spear Soldier, 1 Oracle, 2 Assailant, 1 Chief, 1 Shaman, 1 Stele, 1 Sebek's Blessing, 1 Hidden Temples of Necro Valley, a Blast held by a Tribute, the Eye of Truth, and Rite of Spirit. So nothing really great as far as like generic Spell and Trap cards go, but we've got some of the better Gravekeeper cards here. Like Recruiter's pretty good. I believe Oracle is Oracle. Let's see. I don't remember them by name. Which one is which? Oh, this is the huge one. Dang, I don't know. I didn't know we were gonna get the huge one. I believe I really liked Assailant. The problem is we don't actually have. Yeah, we actually don't have. Like Necro Valley itself here, so that's kind of weird. That's like the one weird thing off about this. But we also don't have. I believe we might get one more Shizu skill, and that could have something to do with Necro Valley. So who knows? But I think this is fairly decent as far as the Gravekeepers cards. They could have definitely released like worse ones, but these ones are not the worst ones, so I will take it. We have some solid staples here, some decent deck cores. I think a lot of the best decks are just gonna be like beat stick oriented with like Windstorm, Kunai with Chain, Riryoku, and like other things that just help you beat over your opponent. So let me know what you guys think about these cards. Let me know what you think like the best one out of all of these is. And yeah, guys, I will see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching, and subscribe if you haven't, because I'm grinding up this YouTube ladder. So, peace.